Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Mm, 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 mm. I'm gonna start in a second. I just want to make sure I am live because we gonna talk. We gonna talk. Let's see. All right, are we live? I just want to make sure we're live. Okay, start. We are live, y'all. Look, I got my microphone because I didn't feel like putting on the AirPods today. But I know how y'all don't like a lot of small talk. So I'm going to get right down to the get down. I'm going to put this right here. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. I'm going to put this mic right here. All right. So what I want to do is talk about Bobby Brown and Keith Sweat's Verzuz last night. Let me tell you, I got my entire life. I'm Bobby Brown for life, but I love me some Keith Sweat. If Bobby Brown went against anyone else, no, let me change it. If Keith Sweat went against anyone else, I would be rolling with Keith. But since he went with my boy Bobby, I have to go with B Brown. But they both brought it. It was more than a versus or battle. I don't even think it was a battle. I don't even think it was that. I know that it was just a party, really. It was just, let's play some classic music. You sing to my stuff. You dance to my stuff. Bobby is used to being background. He came right in with the background. Keith Sweat was with LSG, so he knows about that background life. He came through and they killed it. So I wrote something a little corny. Y'all want to hear it? Here you go. It's my prerogative to talk about last night's Verzuz. I don't care if nobody wants to hear it. I'm going to keep it coming with every little step of this video. Don't get me twisted up in here because there you go telling me no again. But I know we have something in common. So I'm going to start with this review. Wait, something just ain't right. I want this to be good enough. So don't be cruel because there's a right and a wrong way to do this review. As long as you aren't a jealous girl or boy, we can get this thing started. Okay, I'm gonna rock with you. I wanna rock with you, baby. But I'm not gonna let this video last forever. Make it last forever. Tenderonis and gents. Are you ready? So let's talk about this Verzuz. I wrote that in like 2 seconds. Hey, don't judge me. I try to use, the song titles in it. All right. Let me get comfortable with y'all. This is so, I don't know. Tell me if y'all like the mic or if I should do my AirPods. All right. I'm Kendall Lanise, transformational life coach, speaker, talk show host for Sheen Magazine and other outlets, my own right here on YouTube. But today, ladies and gentlemen, I do reviews a lot, but today I'm just a Bobby Brown fan. All right, I'm a Keith Sweat fan too. I just saw him in concert probably about 4 years ago. And Bobby Brown, yeah, I've seen him 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, 40 times. Because I'm in E for life. But I'm repping for Bobby because I was like, I don't know if y'all can see my shirt. I was like, he's gonna do something in common. And he did. And I love it. I could have come on here with a Bobby Brown shirt because I have plenty, but I wanted to rep for Whitney because I wanted her part to continue on. I wanted to hear her part because I watched it with my 2 daughters who were in their 20s and we were up dancing, we were up yelling. Well, I was up the whole time dancing and yelling at the TV. I think I went live on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. I wanted everyone who didn't know how to get Verzuz to watch it. And so many people were reaching out. See, I've seen all the Verzuz. Hey, I've seen even the ones I didn't want to see. I saw them. Me and my daughters, that's our thing. We watch Verzuz right on the TV. And so many people I know didn't watch Verzuz, but because Bobby and Keith were going, or mainly Bobby, or Keith too, they decided to watch this Verzuz. Now, what some of you may not know is they put this thing together, y'all, in 24 hours. 24 hours. So we watched it, and they had an interview afterwards, and Bobby and Swiss, and also Keith Sweat was there. And we'll talk about how he was lit off the Ciroc. He kept, I said, if this man says Ciroc one more time. And then Timberland was in on vacation. But they were talking about how they put it together in 24 hours. Now, I know some of the verses have been planned for weeks and months, and they didn't turn out as good as this one. I'm just saying. And they had DJ Cassidy between D Nice in the first place with Club Quarantine and Pass the Mic with DJ Cassidy. They held us down in the quarantine, right? So everybody was looking to see a concert, and then the Essence Fest. Essence Fest was canceled 2 years in a row. And you know, Essence Fest is a big old thing. So how dope was it? They came together with Verzuz and Ciroc and all the other sponsors to do this amazing Verzuz. I thought that was dope. When it came on, I was doing a countdown, and then Bobby was in his king chair, and Keith Sweat was in his king chair, and they both had on silver and black and gray and black and the diamonds and the sparkles and the glitter. They were superstars. So they sat there, they kicked it off. They kicked it off strong, and then it just went back and back and back and back. And I'm just so proud of my boy Bobby that he didn't even take a sip of that Ciroc. Y'all know he's been off narcotics for 20 plus years. And I think he said he stopped drinking maybe 2 years ago. So I'm so glad that he didn't even pick it up. He didn't even pick up a bottle, now let alone a glass. Now, on the other hand, with Keith, he was lit. He was drunk off of Ciroc. He kept saying Ciroc, and I was like, Lord, if he said Ciroc one more time. So they were getting him in the comments on the Verzuz on their IG page when it was live streaming on there. Because you guys know you can watch it in a lot of different places now. It's not just on IG. Y'all remember during quarantine when it started, it was just on IG, and it had the homey vibe. People are in their homes or living rooms or in their studios. And then, you know, Teddy Riley and Babyface came, and Teddy Riley loved Teddy Riley, but he was doing the most. Y'all remember that. And then they slowly started changing it. Sponsors started jumping on. And now it's straight up concerts in a big production, right? So Bobby was doing his dancing, because you know he could dance, but Bobby was sweating, bless his heart. And Keith, because he was like, it's hot in here, because imagine the lights, and then they had all the clothes on, and the stage lights are really hot. I don't know if you've ever been on the stage, but sometimes those stage lights are blazing hot. So then they got up, and then they were, you know, had nice banter, but you can tell they're brothers. They have been close for years. They used to tour back in the day with New Edition and Bobby Brown when he was in his prime. Keith Sweat would be on the bill a lot. So, you know, they're brothers. And that's what it showed. It showed brotherly love. It showed some king stuff, right? They were singing each other's songs. They were doing the backgrounds. They were dancing. They were joking. They were telling stories. And I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I enjoyed myself watching it. Let me tell you, I was dancing every single song that came on. I was singing it. Then they tried to joke Bobby, you know, because he had the beautiful song on, but that's a dope song. And shout out to all the Marleys who are, you know, reggae Jamaican royalty. But Keith came with the LSG. He came with his pen game, Freak Me Baby, and he did Just Got Paid and Let's Chill. And I know Let's Chill was written with him and Teddy Riley, because Teddy Riley, I don't know if y'all know, but Teddy Riley said he wrote that song for actress Sally Richardson. That's what he said. That's what I heard him say on Uncensored. He sure did. But it was just an overall beautiful, beautiful, beautiful night of celebration of late 80s and 90s music and early 2000s. And them brothers got some hits. They could have really gone another hour. They really could have gone to like at least 11:30. It started at 8. I love the fact that they were punctual. They came on at 8 and they came to play and slay. And, I was like, Bobby saving his energy for, my prerogative and all the every little step and all of that. But did y'all notice that Bobby Brown broke out the mic stand to sing Rock With You and Tenderoni? He knows those are the ballads that make everybody holler. Even my 20-something-year-old daughter, they were waiting for those two songs because I'm their mom. They know about Bobby Brown. They know about the classic music. But he had that mic stand. I said that Brooke Payne and that New Edition rehearsal schedule that they used to have, they know how to perform. And Keith was performing, he was dancing, he was doing his whine, his Keith Sweat whine, not the whine out of his vocals, but the whine, both whines, Keith was doing it. And then I know when they hit 10 songs, DJ Cassidy was like, y'all look like y'all want to keep going. Y'all don't want no break. Bobby was like, I need a break. It's hot. I need something to drink. So he went back there and got some water. Yes, I think he got some water. And they came back for the second half. The intermission was 10 minutes. They came back in different outfits. Somebody online said Keith Sweat looked like he had on Pastor Greenleaf's shirt, the light blue shirt, and he came in his white shoes. Now, when somebody comes out there with their white shoes, they're a certain age and they don't have time for games and they're coming to bring it. And then Bobby came with his baseball cap, and his red and black on. And he came out there and it seemed like they needed that break because they didn't sit down the whole time. The first half, they sat down, got up for some songs, but they were singing. And I love the fact that they weren't just lip syncing. They were singing. And I love that. And they weren't giving a full-fledged concert, but it was concert-esque. It was concert-like. And that second half, they came out and they killed it some more. And I love the fact that Cassius, Bobby Brown's son, who loves Michael Jackson, I know y'all could tell, he was right there at the front of the stage with his mom, Alicia, Bobby's wife, and he was just dancing to his dad's music, and it just was darling to me. It was very sweet that he was dancing to him, and Bobby was connecting with him, and Bobby was doing his Bobby, and Cassius was doing that, and Alicia's face just had a bright light to it. And I thought that was pretty dope that his son was right there, because y'all know Bobby, God wants him here for a reason, y'all, and I'm so thankful and grateful that he's still here, because he just lost his son a few months ago, and everybody knows about Bobby Christina, because I believe his son, who was in the music industry, that son, because he has an older son, Landon, but I know that Bobby Jr. would have been there because he was into music and he was into his dad's music. And I know he would have been there. Yeah, but he was dancing and it was just so beautiful. And Bobby said, Keith, you see your nephew down there? And he's like, I see him. He was getting it. All right. So everything was good. The stage was good. I like the outfits. I like the outfit changes. I love the interaction between the two brothers, because clearly they were brothers and they were brothers. And I love the fact, again, that they know each other's music. They were singing it. They were dancing it. They were doing background. They were doing all of that. And Keith was lit. I was like, if Keith says one more time he cheated, but he was just saying because he did New Edition songs. But that's not a cheat, because he sang lead on a lot of New Edition songs. He did Jealous Girl. He did Cool It Now. He did all the New Edition likes. But like I said, they could have gone on for hours. And then Keith talking about his pen game, doing some of the songs that he wrote, but also the LSG stuff. He did that. All right. What I didn't like about the Verzuz was at the end when Tank and Pleasure P came on. We ain't need all that. Y'all, this is for the Kangs, right? We need the two Kangs on the stage. We don't need Pleasure P with the little hat and the chain on there talking and saying all that stuff. We know all that. And I don't think Bobby, did y'all notice Bobby's face? I don't think Bobby was feeling Tank and Pleasure P on there because he just wanted to be with his brother doing the songs, cash his check, and go home. He wasn't for all that, you know, and they meant well. But then Tank came on and they were singing. They looked like two little Popsy twins in the back. They look like background dancers, and they look like you can tell that Keith Sweat and Bobby Brown were the giants on the stage. That's all I'm saying. They look like they learned from these two gentlemen here. And then they were back there trying to do the My Prerogative. They were trying to do the dance in the back. And I was like, we don't need all of that. I was waiting for them to exit stage left, stage right, front stage. I was just ready for them to get off the stage because I think for the finale, which was My Prerogative, everybody knew, and I said Bobby saving his energy to do My Prerogative, but I just knew that he was going to save that for last. But I just wanted it to be him and Keith, like those two dudes. Yes, we know their names, Tank and Pleasure P, but they didn't have to be on there. Y'all tell me what you think, but they didn't have to be on there. I think it would have been better if My Prerogative came, and then even if, you know, dancers, or they made it a big production at the end. But I think it was dope. And Pleasure P was trying to give Bobby his flowers, and I'll accept that any day because both of those men deserve their flowers. I'm a New Edition fan. I'm 50 years old, and I just turned 52 weeks ago. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But I've been a New Edition Bobby Brown fan most of my life. I was like 10, 11, 12, all of the above, because I'm about 11 years old. And then Keith Sweat, when he came out in 1988, I was a junior in high school. And yes, I did have the cassette tape of his very first, when he was there with the yellow, when he was sitting there with the, you know, little sweater on and stuff with Make It Last Forever, Don't Stop Your Love, something, something just ain't right, right, wait, long way, wrong way to love somebody. I mean, that was a mega hit. So I love me some Keith Sweat, even seen him in concert. So if Keith wasn't going against anybody else, if he was going against someone else, then it would have been Keith for me. But it was Bobby for me because I got to stay consistent. And I rise for B. Brown, Bobby Beresford Brown. I ride for him. But love me some Keith too. So that's why I said it was the best Verzuz for me, because both of them were giving us life. They were giving us performance. They were giving us stories. They gave us some humor, you know, but you can tell Bobby was there to entertain, but he was there about his business. And I was thinking, I was like, I wonder how much those checks were, because y'all know Verzuz pays now, right? Because of all of the sponsors. And Alicia, Bobby's wife, she don't play no games. So she's his manager, and I know she negotiated a pretty penny for Bobby. And I know Keith got that check because Keith was talking about it at the end. I don't know if you see the interview. I think it was, what is it, Triller it's on? They always have them interviewed with Swiss and Timbaland after. And Keith was like, said something about that check. So I know it was large because look at all of the sponsors. You had Essence. This was the first time they ever did that. I don't know who thought of collabing that way with Essence Fest. They were dead on. So I know they got a check. I wonder how much they got. But it was funny when Keith came out with, and I was like, yes, y'all better promote. Yes, y'all better market your stuff. When Keith came out with Bobby's barbecue sauce, which is the bomb, y'all. If y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. It's spicy. It's good. It's really, really good. And Keith Sweat has a candle. I was like, I need to get me a Keith Sweat candle because I know it smells yummy. But overall, I give the Verzuz 10 out of 10. They came what they were supposed to do. It gave what it was supposed to give. And I love it for me. I love it for you too. So hopefully you enjoyed the Verzuz battle. I don't know if is this the first review I did of a Verzuz? I'm not sure. but I had to do one. Look, I ain't even all the way together. I just had to jump on here real quick while the fire is hot and talk about Verzuz. All right, y'all. So hopefully you liked it. If you want me to do this more, I will do this. I don't want to keep talking. Y'all know how y'all watch some videos and y'all be like, I wish they shut up. Hopefully I'm not saying that about me, but if you are, sorry, I just had to give my 2 cents. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. God bless y'all. Bye. And I don't own the rights to no music